friends. In this lecture, we are going to see about Internet of Things introduction. So, Internet of Things comprises the things which have unique identities and are connected to the internet. So, while many existing devices such as network computers or 4G enabled mobile phones already having some unique form of identities which are connected to the internet through networking devices. So, the focus of IoT is in the configuration, control and networking through devices that are not associated with the internet. So, these includes devices such as thermostats, utility meters, Bluetooth connected headsets, irrigation pumps and sensors or control circuits for electric car engines. So, the Internet of Things is a new revolution in the capabilities of the endpoints that are connected to the internet. So, which is being driven by the advancements in capabilities possible with a combination of lower cost in sensor networks, mobile devices, wireless communications, networking and cloud technologies. So, approximately 50 billion devices or things which are connected to the internet till date. So, next we are going to see about the father of IoT. So, Kevin Ashton is the father of IoT. So, during his presentation in 1999 on supply management in MIT Auto ID Center, he coined the term IoT, Internet of Things, with the help of extension of radio frequency identification, that is RFID application, which built the current IoT foundation. So, he tested with RFID, which allows the computers to manage all individual things. He believes that the things which have aspects on the way we interact and live within the physical world that surrounds us, which needs to be serious reconsideration due to advances in computing, internet and data generation by smart devices. So, next we are going to see about history of IoT. So, IoT which was coined by Kevin Ashton. So, before that, internet which was precursor of the internet was ARPANET in 1966, which was developed. Next stage is 1982. The Carnegie Mellon researchers connects a vending machine, so they can remotely check the cold sodas. So, they can remotely check the availability of sodas through internet. So, in 1990 the first application which was created by John Ronke, which was a toaster which could be turned on off through the help of internet. So, he used TCP/IP protocol for testing the toaster. So, in 1995 Siemens introduced the first cellular module, which is nothing but a machine to machine communication. In 1999 the Internet of Things comes into picture, which was used by Kevin Ashton during his work in MIT's Auto ID Center. So, it was accepted widely. So, next to that 2004, the term which was mentioned in famous publications like The Guardian, Boston Globe and Scientific American. So, in 2005, UN's International Telecommunication Union published its first report on this topic. So, 2008 the actual Internet of Things was coming into role. So, in 2011 Gartner, the market research company which includes the Internet of Things in their research. So, this is the history of Internet of Things. So, next this is the first IoT application, the toaster, which is considered to be the first IoT device. It was connected to the computer through TCP/IP protocol, which is developed by ARPANET, that is Advanced Research Projects Agency Network, which was the first wide area packet switching network with distributed control and the first network to implement the TCP/IP protocol. So, with the help of IoT, so the toaster can be turned on and off for a particular period of a time. So, this is the first IoT application used by ROM key. So till now it shows the statistics by decade. So how many number of devices which are connected to the network. So in the year starting from the year 1990, so 0.3 million devices which was connected to the internet. So after a decade, 1999 nearly to 2000, so 90 million device. So 90 million device which was drastically changes from 0.3 million to 90 million. So in next decade about 5 billion. So 5 billion networking devices, network devices which are connected to the internet. So next in 2013, so within the 3 years 9.0 billion devices which are connected to the internet. In 2025 it is predicted that more than 1 trillion connected devices will be applicable, which is more than the human population. So next the internet era. So we are heading into a new era which was a ubiquity. So omnipresent. So internet will be omnipresent, it will be present everywhere. So the users of the internet will be counted in billions, even in trillions, where humans may become the minority. So they are the generators and receivers of traffic. So next decade, so the data traffic will be more than the human traffic. So instead of the most of the traffic will be flown between the devices and all kinds of things. So they are much creating the wider and more complex internet of things. So IoT enablers. So the components which provides the actionable insights that powers the IoT and enables the organization to make more effective business decisions. So the primary components which are RFID and smart networks. So these are all the very important things for IoT enabling. So with sensors give the primary input based on the data from the physical quantity like temperature, pressure. So like this, with the help of the sensors, the data can be collected, and the data collected will be processed, and the processed data will be communicated with the help of the application. So on the based on the processed data, the decision will be taken by the particular application. So this is the first step of IoT enabling. So without these sensors, the IoT cannot be possible. So how the data is transformed, the raw data. So the sensor is sensing the data from the physical quantities. So data, raw data and unprocessed data. So that is the unprocessed data. We are getting the data, but it is not a processed one. Unprocessed data obtained from the IoT devices and the IoT systems. Mostly sensors will give the inputs. So information which is received from the sensors will be processed by the microcontrollers. So it can be filtered, processed, categorized, and condensing and contextualizing the data. So these are all the process from the raw unstructured data into a processed data. So based on this processed data, next the knowledge. So knowledge is inferred from the information by organizing and structure. So allocating the data from the processed one into a cloud network. So based on that network, based on the processed data, so the application will be available to the end user. So organizing and structuring the information, and it is put into action to achieve the specific object. So whatever may be the application, so the data will be processed and then it will be used for the particular application. So this is the knowledge. So scope of IoT. So IoT is not just limited to just connecting the things to the internet. So it is not connecting just to the internet, but the data has to communicate, exchange and process. Based on the process, control will be given by the IoT. So these 4 stages is important. So not only connecting the things to the internet, but also communicating and exchanging the data for the process is IoT. Okay. So these are all the applications. So IoT is applied in homes, education, industries, logistics, energies, environment, cities and agriculture, health and lifestyle and retail. So in home, for example, smart lighting, smart appliances and intrusion detection, smoke and gas detectors. So these are all the particular applications which are for the home appliances. So mostly the IoT devices is applicable major for the smart automation in home automation. Okay. So next coming to cities. So smart cities. So smart cities, the applications are smart parking, smart roads, structural health monitoring and emergency response. So these comes into picture in smart cities. So and then next energies. So energy is smart grids, renewable energy systems and these are all the examples for energy applications. So retails, inventory managements, smart payments and then vendor smart vending machines. So these comes into the application of retails. So next environment where the weather monitoring, air pollution monitoring and noise pollution monitoring, forest fire detection. So these comes into picture in environment aspect. So next coming to logistics. So logistics, so after we are ordering the particular thing in the internet through shopping websites, so the logistics comes into picture. So where we have to track the particular ordered thing from which place we are ordering from, where we are receiving. So till so from ordering and getting into confirmation and receiving. So the pictures will be the status will be messaged to the particular person who has ordered the particular thing. Okay. So logistics comes into picture with the help of route generation and scheduling and fleet tracking, shipment monitoring, remote vehicle diagnostics. So next coming to agriculture, smart irrigation. So irrigation is the main application of IoT in terms of agriculture. So the next one is greenhouse control. So in order to control the greenhouse gases like CO2, so these IoT is helpful to the agricultural field. So in industries, so most of the market share is for manufacturing industries. So machine diagnostics and prognosis, indoor air quality monitoring. So these are all the applications in IoT. So health and lifestyle. So wearable devices coming into role, smart watches and then health and fitness monitoring, wearable electronics are comes into picture. So this is all about IoT applications. So in the next forthcoming slides we are going to see detail about definition and characteristics of IoT. Thank you.